Hey everyone, I'm Carmen Oling, holistic nutritionist and empowerment coach.
I'm Joel Trainer, licensed massage therapist. Today we want to bring you 4 simple stretches that you could use to help reduce tension in the low back and the hip area. Those 4 stretches are forward lunge, a lateral lunge, a hip extensor or hip opener, as well as a hip flexor stretch. And Carmen, she will demonstrate those stretches a little more detail with my guidance. So please, I hope this helps. Enjoy.
What's up first?
So first, we're gonna do just our lateral lunge. With our lateral lunge, what you wanna do is step out just further than shoulder width with your feet staggered, so the foot you're gonna stretch just slightly forward, and the back leg, your toe and heel are about in line.
Okay, adjust that a little bit.
There you go.
Gotta listen.
Now what you want to do is keep your trunk or your core straight and stretch into that right knee. Go ahead and use your hands on your knee for support if you need, and you should be feeling that stretch in the inner thighs. Both legs. Hold the stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure to repeat it on both sides. Each time you go through the stretch, take that stretch just a little bit deeper so it kind of lengthens, stretches those muscles for you.
Yeah, I could really feel that one.
Good.
Yeah.
Next, we'll go right into just your standard forward lunge.
Maybe I'll do it to the side so everybody can see.
Go ahead, step forward, knee to the ground.
Back knee to the ground.
Back knee to the ground. You want to keep the front knee in line, everything lined up. Keeping the trunk, the core in line. What you do is focus on that knee and stretch forward on that right hip, leaning forward.
I can really feel it in this hip that's down.
And that's stretching those hip flexor muscles, the lateral aspect of our quad muscles.
That feels good. Now how long, I'm kind of shortening it, but how long again are we supposed to hold and how many times?
20 to 30 seconds. And do the stretch, rotate to the next leg to kind of get balance throughout that stretch. Repeat it 3 times, deepening that stretch each time.
And you always talk to me about breathing too, and that helps me so much, like when I focus on my breath to be able to like go deeper.
Yeah, so when you're stretching, breathe. And as you breathe, inhale, kind of release a bit. Exhale, go a little bit deeper into that stretch. That's going to help fill those muscle bellies up, allowing for a better stretch. Next, we'll go ahead, lay down on your back here.
Okay.
We're going to do a hip opener or our hip extensor, which is the lateral part and a lot of our glute muscle there. So both feet flat on the ground to start. Cross this left ankle over the right knee. If that's a stretch for you here, that's perfect. You can even utilize your left hand and push down on the knee, kind of stretching, opening a bit. But for a good stretch, you want to reach in between the legs here, underneath the thigh, interlock your fingers, and kind of get this knee.
I can really feel that like in my glute.
And pull the right knee back towards your chest, wanting to keep everything in alignment here so you really get those stretches here.
That one feels really good. I want to do a little on the other side too.
Both sides. And hold for that 20 to 30 seconds. Breathing into that stretch, and as you go, kind of stretch a little more with those breaths. Allow for the exhale, inhale to do the work for you.
Okay.
Next, go ahead now and we'll turn so the side you were just stretching is up towards the ceiling. Other way.
Just to show it or no?
Okay.
I don't know. I think I stretched this side last time. We could do both sides.
Okay, so now what we're going to do here is more of a hip flexor stretch. And this is good because a lot of us being home right now, doing in-home workouts, sitting, working from home, or now that we're just home more often and sitting, these muscles kind of create a lot of that tension that we get, low back tension, or even into the hip. If we're out hiking a lot, running, these muscles need to be stretched as well. So what you do here is go ahead, reach the heel back towards your butt, grabbing the top of the ankle.
How should my bottom leg be?
Bottom leg straight like you have it.
Okay.
You want to keep the top leg closer to the other leg.
Okay.
Pull back, breathe.
I can feel that really in my quad and into the front of my hip.
And you want to focus from the knee to the hip here. Pressure here at the knee is where you're putting all that effort. Pulling that knee slightly forward while you resist with your hand there.
That feels good. Let me do the other side.
Yes.
So overall, since a lot of us are sitting, and a lot of us have office jobs now, or maybe even we're really active in running or weightlifting like me, like
Yes.
how often do you think that we should do these stretches?
So I would say do it twice a day. You know, if you get up in the morning and start your day stretching, we get out of bed, we've been laying there, things kind of tighten up. As you get up, move through your morning, kind of get things primed, stretch, and maybe before you go to bed. If you're active, I would definitely recommend, if you're out hiking for the day, you know, a lot of us are trying to get out or are in-home workouts, that too. A lot of hiking, a lot of stair climbing, that kind of work puts a lot of tension, and some of us may feel it as knee pain. So a lot of that tension in that quad muscle from us sitting, from us hiking, just being in those compromising positions, you want to release the quad. And oftentimes we don't realize how tight our quads are.
Okay, so if you're like me, twice a day might seem like that might be a lot. So if it was bare bones each week, how often would I still get good effective stretch to do this?
I'd say out of the 7-day week, I would say do it 3 times a week.
Okay, I think I can do 3 times. I think you can do 3 times.
It doesn't take long. Once you get into that little routine, and it could be something so simple as, you know, taking a break from your computer work maybe every hour. You don't have to do all 3 stretches in a row. You could do, you know, 1 series.
That's a really good idea.
And then maybe the next, and do the complete series. The lateral lunge, your forward lunge, the hip opener, and then that hip flexor stretch. Do that completely 1 time. Maybe the next hour, take a break, get up from your chair, do a series of stretches.
Yeah, that could really be helpful because I didn't even hold it for that long, and I still feel a little release.
And it's just opening up those muscles and releasing them. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. You can find more about me at carmenolin.com and more about Joel.
JoelTrainer.com.
And always, we are loving our Ultima. So thank you, Ultima, for this opportunity to share our partner stretching. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Make sure to hydrate and replenish with Ultima. This pink lemonade is a really good electrolyte replenisher.
It's one of my favorite flavors. Bye, everybody.
Bye.